This is Sparta! Oh my goodness. Oh, that is a far way down. I'm pretty sure I would live though. Let's chuck some more of these guys down there. Yep. Okay. What is up, everybody? Hope everybody is having a fantastic day today. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now, you guys, I can't stop messing around with this project. Like, I got all kinds of little projects inside of my big project. Oh, my collection system for the drop part is completed now. And for right now, I just got it leading into these 6 chests here. But it will later lead into our storage unit that's going to be down in here. So let's go on down here. Alright, so big hole leads to, let's see, we are standing on block 11 at this point on top of these hoppers. So yeah, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna go up here. Alright, so what I got going on here is I got some hopper mine carts just constantly going. I think I got 3 or 4 of them on there right now. Maybe there's 5 or something. They're kind of glitched together, and they will eventually glitch together, and that's why I've got 3 powered rails on the track. So hopefully when I log in, when it loads in, it's on a powered rail, right? I hope so. Anyways, underneath of the drop here, this is where they'll fall in, and then they'll land on this, and then the hopper mine carts will pick it up from those blocks, underneath those blocks, right? Well, underneath these other prismarine bricks here that are right here, I've got another 3 hoppers on a continuous loop, just a regular rail. Now, it works really good in a little continuous loop. If you've got like a box of 4, and it makes a perfect little circle, and they just continue just kind of pushing each other around, pushing each other around, pushing each other around, and so everything's getting collected underneath those blocks, and then shooting down through this little hopper chain that I got going on here. Now I've got it so it loads into that chest really fast, so that those hoppers can refill, and that's mostly due to how you place hoppers. Now you can make things like super duper fast on coming into these, and I can show you guys that, and maybe a tutorial. I'll do one, or maybe we'll hop on over to the creative world here in a minute, and I'll show you what's going on. And then it just goes into this double hopper clock here. Sorry about the clicky noise. That's why I've got it down so low, really. So compare right over here, compare right over here, going into blocks, going into repeaters, going to dust, and they go into each other, they go into cells, and there you go. Alright. I want to get, yeah, I'm going to jump over to the creative world for a minute. I want to show you guys what I got planned here. So, I got the chute. They're just going to drop straight down, and then I've got a design here that I just flick a lever and it'll change different directions. Now, I guess we're going to go ahead and go over to the creative world. It'll be easier to explain. And then I'm going to try and build the contraption probably. And then we'll come back after that, I guess. So all those items finally cleared through. See, that moved pretty quickly. Now that was, I had a full inventory of stuff. So, alright, yeah, let's jump over to creative world and okay, take 3. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, so yeah, you guys, so these hopper carts will go around in a circle without power and not really glitch into each other very much. But they will consistently go into power until you start adding these blocks into play. See, they're starting to stop there, right? So that is why I had to add power to the rail there, because I needed these 4 blocks in there so that I can have those 3 hopper carts in there, right? So let's see here. Let's just go ahead and take all of this stuff out. And then we're going to toss it in here, because I want to show you guys how fast this thing is loading it. And then this is why I have the hopper mine carts. I'll explain that here in a minute. First of all, they go through the block. And I wanted it to land on a regular block and not on a slab and all of that stuff. So, because I wanted to use, I wanted to use solid blocks. Well, yeah. There's no reason to half slab that if you don't have to. Plus, I want it to be super fast. So the hoppers are glitched together. They're picking everything up real fast. They're dropping off everything into different hopper lines, right? See, so this line is from there to there going into the chest, and this line is from there to there going into the chest, and that line is there to there going into that chest, and those ones are going into that chest, and those 2 are coming into this chest, and there's 5 hoppers coming in this chest. And that's why, look at how fast these numbers are moving up, you guys. Look at the numbers on how fast that stone is. I mean, we just took all of that stuff out, and it's all already loaded up. So that's why I did that. So all of that stuff is being dropped into our guy from our fish to the fish drop, and then they go into our dispenser here. I love the gold part. I think that's my favorite part. It does look cool with all the fish parts and everything from the Guardian farm, but anyways, so yeah, this does work with just 1, but if you just have it set up to 1, you guys, your one that's not connected will start getting a buildup of items, and if you're running different items in it, then you're gonna have to have a double clock going on to get it to work properly. You can't run it all off with just the 1. So highly recommended that you repeat this process right here over here. Okay, so that'll keep that dispenser empty as well. Yep, everything's just kind of set up on an loop here, an infinite loop here. So if you guys ever want to do like a display, I suggest doing it away from the ticky sounds. So like 20-30 blocks away. But you can do a little, like, little display of stuff that just always just kind of goes. Now sometimes in this you do lose some of this stuff up here, you guys. With as much loot that we're going to be getting, though, I mean, yes, with the gold, it's kind of a big deal, but with as much loot as we're going to be getting from our guardian farm, I don't care if I lose that much loot. I mean, that's been running for hours probably, and that's how much was stuck. So you are going to lose some. There's no way to get around it. Now I did try to putting some blocks here, and that seemed to help it. But they still do get stuck. But see there, they just kind of, it does work better with if they've got that glass though. That does seem to help quite a bit actually. Let's just go ahead and close the top of it off. So there's that elevator. But the main reason we're here is so that I can kind of explain this. And okay, so there's a couple pieces of this to explain now. Let's go ahead and flick our lever here. Now this lever controls some pistons. There's a line of pistons that goes to this torch, into this block, into this redstone, dust, into the repeater, into the block, into the black, and it just repeats that process going around because our tanks were kind of right. Our tanks are right here, so we can't have any redstone in this area, right? Because it will then get broken because redstone and water don't work, right? So I kind of had to mash it. Down a little bit, which is okay. It worked out all right. So come on, fly. All right. So that's what's happening there. Let's go ahead and flick our lever, and when we flick our lever here, it's going to open it up into a drop chute. Now it pulls all of the soul sand back, and then there's water sitting. The water drops down to one block, which is going to make the guardians, when they come in, they already instinctively sink, so they're just going to drop out and go into our fall trap and go into that collection system I just showed you. But anyways, there is a 4-column of glass in the center, and that's there for a couple reasons. One, I didn't want to have the signs going all the way across the bottom, and two, because of how I've got the entrance going on for these guardians. Now, these guardians, I didn't want to use the signs. I'm tired of the signs, you guys. I'm over the sign thing. So I decided to use the sugar cane instead. Now, I kind of hope they don't fix this and make it so that these become waterlogged. I'm glad that they aren't. That comes in handy for me. So these guardians then will spawn, because now oh, it's a drop chute right now. It's a drop chute. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on easy here for a minute, and then let's spawn in a couple of these guardians here. Okay, and then if you see here, they'll kind of just they do instinctively just kind of just drop. It looks like that guy's calling me a liar. He does. After there's so many of them in here, though, you guys, they just kind of drop out of there. I mean, that's their nature. They go up a little bit, and then they kind of float down. Anyways, so let's switch it out of that mode, which will then kick our soul sand into place, right? And it will turn all of these water sources into bubble columns, right? So let's go ahead and just spam the crap out of this real quick. And this is the pusher, you guys. If you haven't If you guys don't know about this and you didn't see this, you need to go watch the last episode, because I definitely explained all of that in that episode, and I'm not going to do it again in this one. So, all of those guardians then get pushed up through the bubble column, and like our tanks, into defense gates, and then pushed over, and then dropped into, I think I got this drop at a 23 drop. But this is the why we're here. Now, we can definitely kill these guys with a good sword, you guys. If you got a good sweeping edge sword or whatever, but if you're gonna take thorns damage. You're gonna take thorn damage from that. Now, to get away from the thorn damage, the best way to get around that is going to be the potions, like I said. Now, with this drop, if you throw here, let's just show you here. Let's spawn some more of these guys in here. Alright. Get these guys in here. So they come in here, and we hit them with if we hit them with a weakness potion. Let's wait till some of them get in here. Okay, so that's most of them. Hit them with the weakness potions, right? See how we got the weakness potion effect up there, alright. And then we hit them with a harming potion. Get all the XP, and you're not going to get any thorns damage, right? It is going to cost you some spider eyes and some mushrooms and some sugar, but you're not going to get the thorns and break your armor. And now, if you got mending on all your armor and all that, then who cares, right? But that's that, you guys. There's my little invention. Oh, I wanted to tell you this too, part. So when we're up here chopping away at these guys, if you notice, I got the iron trapdoors over some hoppers, and then I've also made this so that these guys can't get us. That's why we're up a half slab, and there's a fence gate and a trapdoor in our way, right? So that no matter how many of these guys are in here, they cannot shoot us with their laser beams, right? And we're going to pick up some of their loot, so I would definitely wanted to have a spot to drop stuff off, which is why I left that open hopper there, right? So what's going on here is this will probably only be a double chest here. I don't need all of this. I don't need all this for that. I just need like a double chest. That should be good enough. Anyways, I mean, if you're using a looting 2 sword, you might want to do, I don't know. Anyways, everything goes into now this is the same setup as over there for our elevator, only it's done with a dropper instead. So there's that with a dropper, and then I got the dropper going into a cobweb here, so that it drops on one specific block every single time. It's not going to drop on any of these blocks out here. I want it to always drop on that block, so that no matter... Are we already out of items here? We are. Hold on. I want to kind of show you guys this. Alright, so the fish and the items will get dropped onto the cobweb, and the cobweb slows it down real slow, but they always drop right on that one specific block. And if we've got our hopper minecart underneath of it like this, then we can pick up from this floor block instead of having a slab in some weird spot or some piece of carpet or something. We can use our normal block, whatever we're going to be building with. In this case, it's going to be prismarine brick and but but I think our fluorite is made out of strictly prismarine, but there's going to be prismarine brick involved in other places. But because we're using a hopper cart, we can suck it straight through the floor and down into our storage system, which I'll explain in the next show. Alright, so guys, I'm going to go build this contraption, and after that we'll turn the floodgates on, and hopefully this farm will be up and running. We'll be able to get XP, we'll be able to drop everything, and then all we'll have to do is make our storage unit in the next show. Alright? Dang, you guys. You guys, so I've got that installed here, and they're dropping like flies, except for some of these guys. When I've been setting these tanks up, when I've been opening them up, like a couple of them been getting loose here, but yeah, mostly from these tanks that didn't have the sand in it yet, the soul sand in it yet. I just want to kind of show you guys this. and then yeah, we'll skip ahead a little bit more probably, but I want you guys to look at all these guys that are in here. You guys, it's scary. It is scary in there, and it's not the only one. There's two of them like that. This other tank over here is just as bad, if not worse. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, so for this last one I had to come from the bottom. It's like, there is so many. There's just so many. Get out of here. I can't even see the floor. There's so many. Yeah, this is it though. This is it. Alright guys, well, I turned it on and I just used it a little bit so that I could fix my shovel there. Yep, now let's go up here. Oh, you guys. Look at this. Look at oh good. Alright, here we go. And it's not as bad as I thought. The thorn damage. If you get some good armor on. And, you know, with all the experience we're going to get from it. With all the experience we're going to get from it. You guys, I think we did it. I think we did it, you guys. Oh my goodness, they're just... And they can't shoot me. They can try to shoot me, but they can't shoot me. Oh no, you guys. This is great. Look at this. They just oozing out of there. So yeah, alright you guys, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to see if I can fine tune it a little bit, but I mean, it's pretty good there. I'm going to see if I can fine tune it a little bit, but I mean, and I'm glad it isn't as bad as I thought with a good sword. That makes me happy because I really didn't want to have to go through all the potion making for all of this. That's just too many potions. So yeah, you know, when I get the showcase video made, you guys, you know, make sure you share it with as many people as you can. Share this one too, because this is pretty cool. Now we just gotta make it look pretty, and I'm gonna go ahead and build us a furnace down there to cook all these fish, and I'll show you guys that. And I'm not sure if we'll work on this one. I think we might work on a blaze farm, because we're gonna need a lot of fuel to cook all these fishes, and I don't want to have to go through the whole kelp thing. I think blaze rods is gonna be our best option here. Just they're just ooze, just waterfall of these guys. Oh, you guys. Alright. Well, I guess I will check y'all next time. And until then, have a wonderful day. And thanks for pushing that there play button.